FSG confident Liverpool will sign Alexander Isak. After making significant adjustments, Liverpool remain optimistic about striking a deal for Alexander Isak, despite Newcastle United's firm stance against selling their prized striker. Sky Sports reporter Keith Downey has shared fresh insight into why he believes the Swedish forward could still make the switch to Anfield before the transfer deadline on September 1st. Throughout the summer, Isak has been one of the most talked about players on the market. Liverpool, who are intent on adding another world-class striker to their squad, have already agreed personal terms with the 25-year-old. Their opening bid of £110 million, €127 million, 149 meters plus add-ons was swiftly rejected by Newcastle, who lifted the Carabao Cup just last season. Sources close to team talks transfer correspondent Fraser Fletcher reveal that the Reds are now ready in a second proposal worth around £130 million, €150 million, $176 million. Publicly, Newcastle's hierarchy insists that they will not sanction a sale. However, behind the scenes, the club are believed to value Isak closer to £150 million, €173 million, to 103 meters. Tensions escalated when Isak expressed his wish to leave last week, leading to an in-person visit on Monday from club co-owner Jamie Rubin and director Jacobo Solis. Despite their attempts to change his mind, the striker made it clear he wants out. Football Insider has since reported that Liverpool are increasingly confident of landing their man, with the Merseyside club in constant contact with Isak's camp. The article, published late on August 28th, even stated that new talks had taken place in recent hours. At boardroom level, Liverpool are convinced they can find a breakthrough with Newcastle. Fenway Sports Group FSG, Liverpool's owners, are preparing to return with an improved offer. Their revised package will not only feature a higher base fee, but also include more favorable add-on clauses, in the hope that such flexibility sways the Magpies. Still, given Newcastle's valuation, common sense suggests Liverpool must raise their guaranteed payment significantly to get a deal over the line. Part of Liverpool's optimism is thought to come from Isak's determination to leave. The Swede has reportedly distanced himself from training and is unwilling to feature for Newcastle again, creating an awkward standoff. Downey, who has strong connections within Newcastle, has hinted that a sale is likely if the Magpies line up reinforcements. Speaking on his YouTube channel, he explained, "Right now, there's still a real possibility Isak goes. Monday's meeting didn't go smoothly. There was no positive conclusion. As of Wednesday night, I'd say there's still a high chance he leaves for Liverpool, but that hinges on Newcastle bringing in at least one new forward, ideally two. If they manage to add someone like Wissa or Strand Larsen, I believe they'd allow Isak to move. Eddie Howe doesn't want three out-and-out strikers in his squad, especially with Anthony Gordon already capable of filling in as a third option. Meanwhile, Liverpool are also exploring other avenues. Should Isak remain at St. James Park? Reports suggest the Reds could pivot late in the window toward a marquee Real Madrid player, though Arsenal are also interested. Additionally, Liverpool may finalize the signing of a highly rated English talent as early as Friday, with the player expected to feature in his current club's match on Thursday before sealing a move. For now, Isak's future remains the most pressing transfer storyline, with international duty also looming. The Swedish striker has been handed the chance to speak out publicly, which could provide clarity on whether his turbulent summer ends with a blockbuster move to Anfield. Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak could soon speak publicly about his situation after refusing to feature under Eddie Howe. This season, the Swedish forward, heavily linked with a move to Liverpool, has accepted a call-up from his national team and is set to rejoin international duty. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his future at St. James Park, with Sweden preparing for their upcoming fixtures, Isak may be asked to fulfill media responsibilities next week, offering him the chance to address his turbulent summer. Whether he completes a transfer to Liverpool before then could determine how open he is in front of reporters. For now, Isak has honored the Swedish FA's request to report for duty, and a press appearance could shed light on the choices he has made in recent months. According to Chronicle Live, Monday's high-level talks between Isak and Newcastle officials failed to alter the standoff, leaving the situation unresolved. Howe is expected to give his own update during his press conference ahead of Newcastle's clash with Leeds United this weekend. Swedish outlet Aftonbladet has labeled the saga a long-running conflict. Last week, Isak took to Instagram, stating, "Promises were made and the club has known my stance for a long time." Newcastle quickly countered that narrative, insisting the striker remains welcome to return to training whenever he wishes. Much now depends on whether Liverpool table a second bid before Monday's transfer deadline. In the meantime, Isak is scheduled to fly to Stockholm to join Jon Dahl Tomassen's squad for World Cup qualifiers against Slovenia and Kosovo. His return to Sweden is likely to spark intense media coverage, with broadcasters and journalists eager to dig deeper into his standoff with Newcastle. A source close to the Swedish camp told Chronicle Live, "The FA has assured us that Isak will speak to the media, but let's see if that promise is kept." Liverpool's transfer business elsewhere. While Isak dominates headlines, Liverpool still have several other pieces of business to finalize before September 1st. Alongside pushing for Isak and Crystal Palace defender Mark Guehi, the Reds are also working on outgoings. Kostas Tsimikas, 29, looks set to be among those leaving. Signed from Olympiacos in 2020 for £12 million, the Greek fullback has largely played second fiddle to Andy Robertson during his time at Anfield. This summer, the arrival of Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth in a £40 million deal has left Liverpool with three senior left-backs competing for one spot. Robertson, Kerkez and Tsimikas. Robertson, 31, remains untouchable due to his leadership and experience. With his contract running until 2026, that leaves Tsimikas as the most likely to depart. And Fabrizio Romano reports that Roma are in advanced talks to take him on loan. Liverpool have informed as Roma tonight about Kostas Tsimikas being available on a straight loan. Romano revealed on X, formerly Twitter, Roma are debating whether to proceed, as they had initially wanted a buy option clause. Tsimikas is pushing strongly for the move. The popular defender, affectionately nicknamed the Greek Scouser, has become a fan favorite at Anfield, but now seems set for a new chapter in Serie A. His exit will add to a growing list of Liverpool departures this summer, which already includes Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Uriel Kwanzaa, Callum Kelleher, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Youngsters Ben Doak and Tyler Morton have also sealed moves to Bournemouth and Lyon respectively. Sesko's nightmare debut, Amarim's fury, and a club on the brink. Is United's new era already falling apart? Benjamin Sesko's Manchester United career has barely begun, yet his £74 million debut has already turned into a nightmare. Ruben Amorim's side crashed out of the League Cup in humiliating fashion, losing on penalties to League Two Grimsby Town tonight. That ended with a cryptic post-match rant and growing concerns about United's supposed bright new era. Sesko, just 22, made his first start in the second-round clash at Plumble Park. What should have been a routine win turned into a disaster, as United were held to a 2-2 draw before suffering a staggering 12-11 defeat in a penalty shootout. The Slovenian striker, who turned down Newcastle United and Champions League football at St. James Park to join United from RB Leipzig, surely didn't envision this when he signed on for a deal worth up to £74 million. Not only was he unable to beat Grimsby goalkeeper Christy Pye during open play, but alarm bells rang when Sesko was the 10th United player to take a penalty, just ahead of goalkeeper Andre Onana. While Sesko did convert his spot kick, his late placement in the order raised eyebrows. Did he shy away, or did Amorim lack confidence in him? Either way, it suggested hesitation in what should have been a confident start.